everybody. Welcome to Luxurious Lounge. I'm Michael.
Hi, and I'm Mark.
Yes, and welcome. So we want to make sure we get started. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. The most freest way you get back to us energetically is by sharing the content. So make sure you share the content. We make sure we will respond to you if you respond live. What we do we can to make sure we respond to you. So, um, brother, how are you doing today? How you doing?
Good. It's been a busy Monday, very productive. It's a lot of work at Kung Fu today, as I'm sure you did. I know we FaceTime each other. So, but yeah, it was pretty busy. My weekend was good. I actually went to Oakland. I hung out. Shout out to town. I went to a club called Town. Mike went with me a couple years ago. It's fun. We hung out with Ernest, and we had a good time vibing there. How was your weekend, bro?
It was good. I reset your mic while we're doing this, so we can talk about So days were great. So basically, weekend was good. It was really busy. Cut out a few shows over the weekend. Also got some kung fu in. I was doing some stuff. There's a leak in my building, so we're gonna get that fixed. So I need to deal with that. They got it fixed and all, which is good. Beyond that, things have been good. I'm getting excited. Actually, we're planning our big birthday, which is really important thing, right? So those who are it's invite only, so you can't just come. So we're deciding the dates and the times and the theme. So those who are invited, you'll get all the information. But if you don't see it, Mark, what does that mean?
You just didn't make it.
Didn't make the cut.
No, I'm kidding. So the cool thing is the surprise though, if you do message us and respond to us on our chat group here, we may consider letting you maybe Michael, we consider Michael?
Maybe.
Maybe.
There is a high.
No, but
high prob, half a probability, high prob. Okay.
No, but if you are in Edmonton, let us know. We will again. It is a short list. However, we would love to. If you're part of our group and you know us, let us know. We'd be more than happy to see if we have any openings of spots available for you.
Yay! But on with our show. So, bro, would you like to start the news articles first?
Sure, I'd love to. So, and remember, at any time, you can always message us. We are live. We see your messages here as well. So we'd be more happy to comment. And yeah, you can be part of our show. So before we begin, the first item of business I have here is, let's do the first one. Okay, so looks like here, if you don't know, Elon Musk has launched Grok, a service that's like a AI service. Well, apparently it's been underwater because it's been actually creating deep fake sexualized images, not just of women, but also children. So it's been a really big, huge controversy that's going on with that. It's saying it's found to have broken the law X, and with up to 10% of its worldwide revenue, which is 18 million pounds. So a lot of people are upset because it's creating images of people who actually didn't even know that they have images of them in bra or like in a suggestive outfits. Mike, what do you think about AI in general? What do you think about this particular issue?
Well, I think it's definitely a huge, major issue. I think it needs to be rectified very fast. I think we're going to see a lot more of this because AI is starting to develop its own consciousness, I feel like. So it's going to be like, if you give it a little bit of an idea, it's going to go run with it. So I think that's why we need firm parameters. We need some strict rules with that happening before it gets way too out of control. I think Elon will. I'm sure he'll need to fix that. But maybe they should take it down until they actually fix that. That needs to be fixed 100%. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
No, actually, I totally agree. For me, we talked about a story about this last couple weeks ago about how AI actually uses almost 66.7 to 80. It's projected to use 66.7 to 80 millions of meters of water. So you can imagine cubic meters of water, because you can imagine just the amount of resource it takes to create AI. And for AI to do this, like, it's kind of really bad. So we need to have a couple, not just ethics on the creation and what it does for images as far as sexual, but also needs to have parameters of the environment and the impacts of that as well. I feel like
absolutely, bro, absolutely. Yeah. So at least my turn. So my question to you is: so speaking globally with all the countries of the world, what do you think is a known I don't known attractor to people to come and visit? Like, I want you to give you some different throw some things out there that you think like
Restaurants, I'd
exactly
say
food, right? Food would be one, yes, for sure. What else?
restaurants. Obviously, tourist attractions. I like museums.
Exactly. Places
Zoos
to
like that.
see, cleanliness, what else would you say? You would say the safety of a place, right? Would be so. But
Yeah.
another one who don't for neglect to always talk about, which is super important when it comes to like differentiating countries, making sure that they're and when they're ranked, is the economy, how good the economy is, right? So it's a big part of it. So just recently, actually within the last couple of weeks, India has become the world's fourth largest economy. So
Oh
isn't
wow.
that impressive? It actually it beat out Japan, actually, right? Japan, which is so
Oh,
amazing. Yeah, the
yeah.
milestone achieved in 2025 is attributed to a sustained economy reform, robust domestic demand, and strong growth in rates, with India project to grow at over 6% annually for the next few years. So that's estimated to be approximately 4.18 to 4.19 trillion, placing it behind only the United States, China, and Germany. So what do you think about this, my brother?
Well, I can tell you because some of the companies I worked for actually was a company that was based out of India. One of my tech companies I worked for, and when I worked for Nvidia back in the day, but not to not drop anything. But but I can tell you, just in general, India has always been a major player when it comes to technology and just getting into the American market and just in general the Western market. So in saying that, I feel like to me, like I think aren't they the second most populated country in the world? I could be wrong, but
Yeah,
I think
no. It's first Harvard comes world.
well first.
Next,
I know
China
one
second.
I know it's well about China is the first, and then
No,
India is the
India then China. India then China.
okay. Well, I know in general that India has a huge population of people, so that would make sense why there'd be a huge population of and actually them
Yeah.
getting into the market and actually being a powerhouse in economy. So, Mike, what do you think about this?
I think it's pretty cool. I think it's I think they had this emotion from what I researched like 20 years ago. They were trying to make this happen. So it shows goes to show if you like really work hard at like you know selling your products and also like knowing what's marketable and technology and everything else. That makes a big difference in your economy. So I think are the other countries you need to be kind of be mindful about or what they're putting out, what they're producing, and also looking to the future, what future projections of things could be, which will help the economy too. Yeah.
For sure. Awesome. Yeah. So good. So it's my go now. So I have a really interesting story. So everyone knows about our furry little friends that we actually get to be around. And a lot of times people think that dogs are just not as smart as cats. Well, there's a study that can prove otherwise, where it's saying that dogs now there are certain breeds that can actually understand uh, particular the connotations of the names that people use for toys and other objects by listening to their owners and listening to people talk. So now they say that certain breeds of dog, while they eavesdrop, they can actually, besides sit and stay, they can actually listen to. This is the scientists listen to about 50 pooches, and they say they're able to narrow down that certain breeds like border collies or Labradors, they actually are able to understand and actually retain names of the toys and things that people will say. So, Mike, what do you think about this particular study and about our furry friend
Well,
Aaron? Just
I always think dogs smarter than cats. I actually am a dog person 1,000%. So, if you know, I used to have three dogs, so that was a thing. Yes, I think I love dogs. They're great. I feel like long before when humans start fighting, whatever dogs will always be around. They're great. I think they're very smart, very intelligent. I think we take them for granted a lot of times too. So it's really good that scientists are actually doing some knowledge testing and testing their cognitive skills because I think dogs are way smarter than we think they are. What do you think about this, Mark?
I agree. Like I just think about how back in the day we had a symbiotic relationship with animals where in fact they were we actually wolves that were out in the wild and they saw like humans were able to actually hunt and they actually were able to when once the humans fed the wolves said, oh wait a minute, these humans can actually help our kind and in turn
Yeah.
they help to protect us. So I think that was cool that we kind of became kind of a connection with our animals even to this day. And then we actually end up breeding them out to where we got the kinder animals where their ears got less pointier and their teeth were less sharp. So it's pretty cool that I think that and the animals are able to help us and we're able to be also part of their lives and keep them around us. I think it's nice.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
cool, bro. It's pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah. So my next story is about a new movie coming out called it's called Portrait of God. So it's by Key and Peele. and also and Sam Raimi, I believe. Oh, sorry, Jordan Peele and Sam Raimi. So this is a really, really, really good collaboration. It was based off a short story that was on YouTube, I believe, and basically, this is a really, really cool concept. So you think about the Bible, you think about when people see angels or anything above, human creation in terms of biblical, the first thing they say to humans is fear not, right? So it just takes this concept and puts it on its head. So basically it's about this portrait that you can't really see it you can't really see it, but if you see it in person in some reasonable reason, you can see the face of God, and it drives people crazy. It's real, real good. So
Oh,
apparently it's gonna be it's supposed to, because I'm assuming the vision might either adapt to your personal view, or it might be just something so cosmically out there, right, that it drives you insane. So Mark, what do you think about this?
I think I've been in that situation. I've seen my haters, and it drove me insane. No, I'm kidding. No, I think I think it's a great idea for a movie. Like, especially like, to me, the only thing I can remember of a painting that was a really kind of poignant story would be Dorian Gray. If you guys ever heard of that old back in the day story of the person basically that he said young forever, but his age is in the painting that he kept in his mansion. But yeah, it sounds very interesting.
it,
I
might- it
definitely.
reminds me it reminds me a mixture of that and Bird Box. Remember Bird Box? Because you're
Oh yeah.
blind, you can't see. So it's like, and what you see is like, I guess it's whatever your interpretation of what the beings are or whatever. So it reminds me of that, and mixed with that Dorian Gray. Both of those movies mixed together. So
Mhm.
it should be a really good concept, I think.
Yeah, I like it. So that sounds pretty cool. Yeah,
Sweet.
cool,
It's your turn,
bro.
bro.
Sure. So, okay. So I have an interesting one. So Mattel's going to add an autistic Barbie to the doll line devoted to showcasing diversity and inclusion. So New York Mattel introduced a new autistic Barbie on Monday as the newest member of its line. It says among this, it's also going to have Barbies that have vitiligo. They're going to have different Barbies with many disabilities,
Like Down
and
syndrome,
yeah,
blind
Down
Barbie.
syndrome. And so yeah, they wanted to be able to kind of bring different
Mhm.
perspectives of Barbie to the forefront, and also they're going to have less wearing figure hugging garments and give it a sense of where their bodies are. It says so. Mike, what do you think about this? About these new different Barbies and
Well, I think humans are a monolith, which is pretty amazing, right? Because I feel like if we were all the same, it'd be boring. So, but I think it's pretty cool that Barbie is taking that and like, expanding on that, like making representation for all people, which is cool. I feel like people who are, I feel like people, if you're not into inclusion or all that stuff, then like just don't buy that Barbie. But for everybody else, it's good because we actually get to like you get to see yourselves. You see yourselves in the dolls. Like whether you have Down syndrome, whether you're black, you're white, gay, straight, whatever, it's gonna have a Barbie that represents you, right? So maybe I don't know. There's probably men who like Barbie too. Like I don't know, they collectibles, right? So it's good to have that. I feel like it reflects society. I feel like things like corporations that sell products, governments, societies, they should have things that represent the people that are in them. I've always been a big opponent of that for so many years. I've always screamed that from the top of the mountain for the longest time. Mark, what do you think about this?
I think it's great. I think to me, like, I think you're right. It should never be. It's almost like if you think of fashion models and fashion in general, they're now being more inclusive. So why not toys be inclusive too as well? Especially Barbie is kind of on the cusp of kind of kiddie
Yeah.
like toys and fashion meets kind of meets socialism. So I think it's great that they have something that's actually kind of catered to everyone, not just one type of person. So yeah, I think it's great. Yeah, I have another. I think it's really progressive, and I think also it's important nowadays that a lot of companies are cutting out inclusion and diversity. So it's great that they're actually
Yeah.
still keeping it in.
And I feel like to be frank, I gotta say, like, if you're not into that, then just don't buy it. Like, you don't, then it's not for you, and that's totally fine. But if it's not for you, it's totally fine. But like people like, who want to be included, then I think it's actually good, really good for them. So, in that, I hope people will look at it from that standpoint than any other standpoint, right?
I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
So I have a cool story. So this is an older
You,
story.
you, 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 you were the Barbie, Mark. I'm next.
What was that?
You're Barbie. I'm next. I'm next.
Oh, you have a story. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I remember because you're Barbie. I'm next, right? Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm a Barbie. Yeah, go ahead.
oh, I'm the human
I think
human can't, black, the black can't. Yes, yes. Jimmy got Michael.
no, no, you're the black. No, you're the black.
Anyway, back to me. So a judge sent Saskatoon bus driver to jail for driving drunk with 52 kids on board. So yeah, Richard Arthur Portress, 71, says 6 months in custody plus 1 year probation. Yeah, 71 was driving in Prince Albert Northern Bus Line charter on March 14, 2025, with 52 kids aboard. They were returning to Saskatoon for a ski trip to Table Mountain west of the Battle Forts. So yeah, that was a really big story. Yeah, like one thing you don't expect is like when you see your kids off to a trip that they're worried about their bus driver being turned all the way up. Mark, what do you think about this?
I mean, a belligerent, boozy bus driver. That was not my bingo card for this year. But I mean, I guess it's Canada's best, right? Finest, from my
No,
understanding. Is that what y'all do? I mean, I know Lee. He's our residential. Lush. I don't know.
He's not.
Okay. No, but yeah, I think this is actually really sad. I think honestly, like it sucks that they have like people driving a bus, and even like you can't wait till after you get a home to get a drink. I get it. Kids can be kind of crazy and outrulish and insane, but like to get drunk and drive them, even when you drive yourself, it's bad. But I mean, kids, it's even worse.
It's even worse. I feel like you should lose your license for definitely for 10 years, at least 10 years, Driving kids.
That's crazy.
You're going.
It's okay. So, is it okay if I go now?
Of course. Oh, absolutely, Mark. The floor is yours.
So awesome, like it always is. So no, but
never. When I allow.
So Leon, wants to
when I allow.
Leon, spoil the story. Like, come up, if you can, Lee, if you hear me.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, you can. I'm right here. I'm right here.
Oh, awesome.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, okay. Good. So look how I command people when they come. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Lee.
What's going on?
So I have a question for you guys. Okay, so do you guys remember the song back in the day, PYT, from Michael Jackson?
No.
Yeah. Pretty young thing.
I know what it is, but I don't remember it.
PYT, pretty young thing. You need some love and TLC to love.
Can't sing anymore. Because it's copyright. Okay. But that's the song. So this song actually it got a resurgence by TikTok, other things. But people actually had questions about who actually was singing the background of PYT. Can you guys guess who the background singers are?
It sounds like could it be Shah Khan? Maybe not. No.
Think about it. One person might be closer to you think to him.
Oh, Janet.
Okay, so Janet's one of them. Yep. So who's the other people?
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
I'm just throwing out his parents, maybe.
His parents, George Jackson. He's What's
his brother? Was it Jermaine?
No, actually, no. So okay. So I'll give you a hint.
DeBard.
No. I'll give you a hint. So one of the singers was an actress around that time, an actress that actually is in the background. And you think about it, remember the part that na 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 na. Just think about that part. Okay. So you think about the part. So I'll
Courtney
just
Love.
Oh yeah. It's white. I know what it is. It's Janet, and it was I don't know. It's people off of Different Strokes or something. Not Different Strokes. No, all the girls. You know, what's the show? Miss Garner, all the girls.
Not Different
Miss
Strokes.
Garner, what's the show called?
Yes, Miss
Garner and Janet Jackson, all them. It was those girls.
Not Janet. Not Janet. But you're right. Yeah, you're right. Huh?
What?
You're
right. I don't even know.
What was the show called?
You're warm.
Mark, tell me the name of the show. The show was the girls. Oh, so not Silver Spoons. What's it called? With Miss Garner and all the girls.
This is a pop culture I am out of. I don't know.
This pop culture is finest. Baby, you should know.
Back to life. Yes,
back to life. So yes, actually. Yes.
No. And what's the name? The black girl off the show. I think her name. Tootie.
So no,
I didn't watch a single episode of that.
But actually, the actual singer was Janet Jackson. So also Latoya.
LaToya Jackson, yeah,
and also actress Mindy Cohen, the white lady off of the white little girl who had pigtails back in the day. She's the background singer of PYT.
I knew it. Who knew? He knew.
I definitely did not know. I can't even picture these people. I don't even know the show, to be honest.
Look her up, Mindy Cohen. She's very like.
To be honest, I don't even know the song.
Ooh.
You don't know the song? Oh no.
Yeah.
but Lee does know. Shake your booty all night.
Where's that little button?
Booty all night.
You know that song though.
Right.
I know a few songs. I know a few.
He knows NWA.
Yeah, go ahead, sing. Oh, you laugh. Yeah,
like of course he leave. He knew exactly when to leave.
He knew exactly when his proper exit. Yeah, great. I'm gonna okay, so it's my turn. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about let's talk about why people are moving away from digital and going back to more like analog systems. Have you noticed that? I know that's a big thing in the media right now.
I have noticed, yeah.
Yes, so people are like using their cell phones and using they're experiencing burnout, screen fatigue, overwhelm of connectivity to everything, like security breaches, all that stuff. So people are thinking about going back to more textile, more physical ways of having things like CDs, 8-tracks, record players, instruments, things of that nature, like analog phones, flip phones, of that nature, because they want to be disconnected from being connected all the time, being inundated with so much data and information. Mark, what do you think about this?
I can understand that because there's a paper trail that comes with a lot of data that happens recently. So I think going back to analog, I think the reason why people don't realize a lot of reasons why we went to digital is because the government's able to actually to monitor a bit better, and people are able to actually to record a lot of more things. Whereas analog things, it's harder to get a trace and get information. So
you really can't. Yeah.
So I understand that. Yeah. Like you, bro. What do you think about it?
Well, I think because you're seeing people like. I mean, I'm not saying this is, how people, you're trad-wise, traditional-wise, going back to cooking and like, sewing and doing things, making anything from complete scratch of nature. So it makes no sense. It makes a lot of sense. People are going over to going back to more traditional ways, like using a phone that only works for just dialing in and out, and that's it. Or like people, wanting just a record player just plays that particular song and not connect to a whole entire system where there's ads and there's commercials. So I think you're gonna see a lot more people doing this, and I think there's gonna be more hipstery, trendy people doing it. I think some people will do it, because they're tired of that. But I think mostly it'll be like the kind of like the hipsters and that they'll be doing it. What do you think?
Yeah, I can see that. Like, I think that's a great idea for sure. And I think also, like I said, it also bring a form of nostalgia back. And also, I think there's a bit of a rustic kind of feel of holding a vinyl record or holding an 8-track tape. There's something about it that's really cool, I think.
Or VHS, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's all I have for
I have one more. So so me and Michael will talk about this because it's one of our favorite shows as come to an end recently. It is the Stranger Things series. Yeah. So Stranger Things came to an end, but it's now without its controversy. People actually are upset about the ending due to perceived lack of stakes, avoiding major character deaths, plot conveniences, and it being bittersweet resolutions rather than a happy resolution. So is the reason of it begins more depth of it. Lack of stakes. Many felt that they avoid killing off main characters. They avoid large sacrifices. It says that there were secret episodes that were cut out. Like my brother told me earlier, there's episodes that were cut out that people want to see more of. There's also plot conveniences where viewers point out inconsistencies like military personnel ignoring Hopper's killings or 11 seemingly vanishing. And the ending, of course, where it's an ending, but not it's an ending. But
spoiler. You watch it. Spoiler.
But yeah, I'll kind of just allude that basically there is ending, but not an ending. So, Mike, what do you do about this? And what do you kind of?
I think the biggest.
What's your opinion on the Stranger Things? That's for the whole entire series. Also, this last season, and also, what do you think about people's pushback on this?
Well, I think it's really good. It really leaned into the 80s a lot, which I loved a lot. I think I think the ending was a good kind of finisher. You can't really. with that many characters, that many people, like I guess they want to keep everybody working in their jobs, going to kill off characters early off in the season, which makes a lot of sense. I think the biggest controversy was there was like a conspiracy gate about there being a secret episode after. Everybody thought it was going to happen on Tuesday or Monday, but it didn't happen. And so I think people thought, oh yes, because this switch was this color last time. Now it's a slightly off green this color, or like this person wearing this shirt, it was this color. Now it's off this color. They thought, oh, you must be in the Vecna's world or something like that. But I think people are reading way too much into it. It's like budget cuts. Like people, they do they can, but it's like they're not gonna keep everything the exact same. They take on vacation. You go to work. You go off work on vacation. They go on vacation too. So things are not gonna be exactly the same when you get back. So I think people are reaching a lot for that. But beyond that, I think the story was really told. Good. It ended pretty good. I feel like we had enough depth in the show for sure. I feel like I feel like you can't have too much like controversy and death and crazy at the end without expanding it to another season. So they had to wrap it up somehow. So I think they did the best they could. Could have done better on certain things? Absolutely. I feel like they could have like really like fixed some continuity errors for sure. But overall, it was, I think it's a good series. It's great. It's like it'll be a classic like The Goonies or like The Lost Boys. It'll be one of those like classic shows that will always be like permanently in history. I think. What do you think, Mark?
No, I totally agree. I think it definitely stamped itself like the Alien franchise, or like or like I said, the Goonies or Gremlins. I feel like that for the most part, there will be plenty of, and I'm pretty sure, give it 2 to 3 years, they'll open it back up. They'll have another spinoff, I'm sure, of the show. But I like the way it ended. I thought it was pretty great. I mean, I think they didn't really. Of course, there were, like you said, there are some things that could have been better. But I think if you think about it, any way they would have kind of modified it, someone would have been mad or upset, and people would have been mad about something not being correct. But I think the way they ended it, I think they had a lot of tact, and they also kind of respected each character, and each character had their own kind of separate journey, and also their completion of whatever I felt like. So I thought it was great. But actually, you know what? We want to know what you guys think. So comment below what you think of the last episode of Stranger Things. Like, tell us what you thought about Elle and about just in general Vecna and what happened in this series. We'd love to hear more from you.
And also tell us what you think about the show. Like, we were so happy if you're here and watching it this whole time. We want to say thank you so much. Remember, if you respond or you write letters, we'll make sure we respond back to you. Mark, what do you want to say to people before we go? What do you want to say?
I want to say, please like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you do, just make sure you do put your crown on for the which is doing the crown. It's actually, is going through the entire lineage of finding out.
Well, Luxurious, we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.
Bye, guys. Thanks for showing up.